right, let's pop the chat out. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of a set of Corsa Competición. Ready to get some practice in for Imola on Friday. For ACC Friday, this track Imola will be the main race, the 60-minute race.
Going double file.
Wait, whoa. I wasn't ready yet. So yeah, I need to get some practice in because the rest of the fellas have been getting better and better. Thor, he's already the fastest out of all of us, which I address him as one half of the BMW brothers. He's the fastest out of all of us. Whenever he loses a race, it's because he was playing around. But the rest of them, Kev, Ham, Salsa, all of them are getting faster every week. And it's getting to the point where these guys have gotten good enough that I outright can't overtake them anymore. It's a situation where now I just have to stay behind them and hope they make a mistake so I can get past them. So put it in simple terms, those guys are faster than me now. So we got to work on that. Let's do the setup here. Aggressive. And they're starting me off in 6th place. If this race is too easy, I might have to turn the aggression up. So I'm only going to do a couple of races. These are 10-minute races.
Stay double file. Green light, go, go, go.
Hey, Tantrum, what's up? Stream looks good. There's not a lot of... Hopefully there's not a lot of stress on the PC today. I think another thing that's helping me is that I'm streaming a single-player race rather than online. Oh. Also, Great Tantrum, thanks for tuning in early this morning for my Deca Gear stream. We got to do a better job of braking. That was my chance to take him right there. You was playing Project Cars 2 at the... At this point, Project Cars 2 is still a good game, but the only time I play it is whenever I get the urge to go to Circuit de la Sarthe. I was worried that he would take me out. Lap's going to be invalidated. You drove a Le Mans type vehicle? Oh, good stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Well, my personal fastest lap. Halfway through, keep it up.
I got to brake better and I got to get out of these corners better. Can't do anything about the straights. Oh. 1 second, Tantrum. Love taking a Formula race car, but on Imola OGAC, I don't know. It's just me. It's just I love GT3 and GTE cars. So much for that. ACC is your game. GTE, GT3, GT3. I don't really care for GT4s that much. Because with GT4 cars, I feel like those cars came straight off the assembly line and right to the track. And you could tell they don't handle like the GT3 cars. Because you got a lot of body roll when you go around corners. Yeah, it's definitely a focused game. And the thing about this game, once you start to lose control of the car, it's hard to get it back. And in the beginning, when I first bought this game, I hated that about this game.
You could. I'll bring the car back.
Whereas let's back out. Whereas Automobile Lister 2, the physics are better than what it used to be, but to me it's still slightly arcadey. Automobile Lister 2 is one of those games where you can go sideways, you can go on the grass, all kinds of shit, and still recover. And that feels a little bit arcadey for me, and I don't really care for that. So, all I can say about that is if ACC, if ACC had the clarity of Automobile Lister 2 as far as the VR part goes, I would not give two shits about any other racing sim out there. I know I'm being a little bit closed-minded because there's a lot of games out there I haven't tried. But out of the sims that I've played, I think ACC is the best one. Now, as far as the VR part of it goes, I think Automobile Lister 2 is the best looking sim in VR. And as far as the physics and stuff like that goes, I think Race Room isn't bad. Even all assist off in AMS too. Yeah, I think huh. I was gonna say something I forgot. So let me back out of this so I can. I'll do a restart. Oh no, not the replay. I don't want to do a restart.
Going double file.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Race Room, I think the little bit that I played of Race Room, I think the physics are okay. But the problem with Race Room is it costs you an arm and a leg to get all the tracks. R Factor 2 is on sale right now for $13. I thought about picking that up, but again, it's you got to spend all that money to get all the cars and tracks. Like for instance, a PC2 guy, I feel like AMS2 is a natural progression for me if I buy another racer. Okay, I can see that.
Green light, go, go, go. There's some light damage on the left.
Really? So yeah, I was before I start this race, I was saying about R Factor 2. It's on sale for right now for $13, and I'm thinking about picking it up. But then when I looked at the add-ons, Circuit de la Sarthe, just that track alone was I think $11. So, and the reviews on R Factor 2 are mixed, and I'm not gonna go spending like $100 on add-ons and cars and tracks and stuff just so I can be up to speed. I mean, that's one of the great things about this game. Yeah, it was $40 and it's only the GT3 class, but the game came standard with a lot of the tracks, and they gave you the actual tracks that's on the GT World Challenge, instead of a bunch of bullshit tracks and then forcing you to go buy the super good tracks. So yeah, I understand they got to make their money with the add-ons and stuff like that, but I don't think with this game, I don't think they watered it down and made it some nickel and dime bullshit. So
Going double file.
so next time we go green, I think I'm about to try to find a way to get to the inside before we get to that first corner.
Green light, give it all you can.
I'm gonna have to let him go just so I can get around him. God damn it! One more again. Last time, win, lose, or draw.
Stay in double file.
My car control is shit. 68. I might actually have to let some of these cars go through just so we can thin out, and then I can try to walk them down one car at a time instead of trying to win the race at the first turn.
Green line, go, go, go.
Bastard squeezed me out. I'm just waiting for the deal on AMS too. Yeah. So yeah, the next time it goes on sale, you definitely want to jump on it. I thought he was going to take me out. Even I'm interested in Deca gear. Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, one of the big reasons why I bought the Quest 2 is to use it as a PC headset. You know, now that I'm finding out that the Quest 2 taxes your PC harder than the Rift S, you know, this Deca gear sounds more and more appealing.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing. Gaining on the car ahead is 73. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Sausage curve messed me up. Or just be happy with the Rift S. No, I want that Deca gear. And to be honest, when the Deca gear was first announced, two things, you know, it went in one ear and out the other for a couple of reasons. Damn it. Try to pay attention here. It went in one ear and out the other for a couple of reasons. One was I was satisfied with the Quest 2. I felt like I didn't need another headset. And then the other thing is I kind of fell into that trap with other YouTubers as well as the VR media, you know, questioning the legitimacy of this headset. You know, in so many words, in my opinion, they made it seem like the Deca gear was too good to be true. Not because of the specs and its price point, but because it was coming from China. Which I think is like closet discrimination. You know, when it comes to these VR headsets, the competition is starting to get a little bit fierce. It's not turning into a situation where, okay, it's 4K, it's this, it's that, this is how much it's supposed to cost, this is the bottom line. No, these companies are starting to compete with each other for your business. So they're gonna, you know, somebody's gonna eventually come along and undercut Deca gear. Christopher Hart was good. You know what? What place am I at? I'm in second place. in the first place car, I'm not even going to catch him. So I'm just going to go ahead and park it so I can sit down and talk to you guys for a second.
Leaders on final lap now.
I mean, I kind of did what I set out to do. I started this race out in 6th place, and even though I ran kind of sloppy, I was still able to walk down the other cars. But I don't like my lap time because my best lap was 147.8, and my best lap time on this track, period, I believe is 146 point something. I can't remember if I'm correct. So let me just go back and check it out. So Christopher Hart, you said Sony finally felt comfortable with releasing Cyberpunk 2077 with the next gen PS5 version coming second half of 2021. Oh shoot, I don't have a personal best on this track. I think my personal best might have been set during multiplayer. So how's the stream so far? I mean, with me doing single player, as far as the internet part of it goes, I shouldn't be under any extra stress. You think there is unwarranted fear about Deca Gear because it's from China? Possibly, because like the articles that I read and YouTubers was like, you know, this headset is 4K. You know, first they were the ones jumped up and tried to say that this headset was supposed to be a Quest killer. This headset is supposed to compete with the Quest. And then once we find out that it's a PC headset, then they start breaking down the specs. Okay, it's a 4K headset. It's got inside cameras for face tracking, 4 cameras, you know, this, that, 4K resolution, the 6 degrees of freedom, all that good stuff, 114 degrees field of view. All that $450, and they act like, you know, that was too good to be true. I mean, the Rift S has a the Rift S that I'm wearing is 80 hertz. It's 1440p resolution. I believe a 90-degree field of view for $400. And I think that the media, as well as other YouTubers, was acting like the pricing of the Deca Gear was too good to be true, because for what you're getting, they probably feel like it should be at least on par with the HP Reverb G2 in terms of its price. But when the HP Reverb G2 came along, people were acting like that was a little bit too good to be true, because you got a true 4K headset for $700. When, you know, before that, the benchmark was the Valve Index. Yeah, excellent point right there, Tantrum. Let me pull the chat a little bit closer. You said they say China is known to be very surveillance and spy technology government. I say, what is Facebook doing now? Exactly. Now, in that Deca Gear video that we watched, they made it clear that they're not going to send your facial data to anybody. But yeah, they're going to send the rest of your data to everybody else, just like YouTube is, because obviously this is the market that we're going in, is they want your information so they can get ad revenue. So it is what it is. No matter which way you turn, somebody's trying to grab your information. Hell, your damn phone does it, because your phone even knows what your tendencies are. So your phone will, you know, suggest shit to you. Your phone knows where you are at all times. Your phone knows where you go to shop. If you go shop at Target, you know, or Walmart or something, and you've been there a few times, when you get in that area, your phone knows that you're getting close to Walmart or Target, and they'll start suggesting shit for you. So Deca Gear ain't going to do anything to us that Facebook isn't already doing. So, but I'll say this. Valve has confirmed that they were working with them to get this thing to work with Steam VR. So Valve was working with them on that. So we know that this headset is legitimate. I think the headset is going to do everything they say it's going to do. to me, it's just a matter of the durability. Will it break after 1 month? That's the question. But I'm willing to take that chance because, again, this whole chain, to me, again, it starts with PSVR 2. First, let's talk about PC VR. At first, when the Quest 2 came along, I was super, super happy because I was like, it's like no cord. But it comes at the expense of these games, not looking anywhere near PC. The freedom is good, but you pay the price for it with the graphics and stuff. To me, if you got a long enough cord, I can deal with the cord. For the place that I live in, if you have a 10-foot cord, you're okay. Virtual desktop is cool when I want to go wireless. Like games like Beat Saber and Thrill of the Fight is good to be wireless. But anything else, like first-person shooter games, I'll deal with the cord because I want those beautiful PC graphics. That being said, one of the biggest reasons why I bought the Quest 2 was to use it as a PC headset, but it's not a native PC headset, therefore it stresses my PC a little more than this headset does. So, the Deca Gear is going to be a native PC headset. I'm thinking that it might stress the PC a little. I don't know. You know what? I don't think it's going to stress my headset anymore. I don't think it's going to stress my PC anymore than what the Rift S is already doing. Maybe just a tad bit more. Christopher Hart, gaming revenue has gone up this year alone above all other media. And with that surge in gaming comes VR gaming. And Tantrum, you said, yeah, I want to see reviews and the later reviews too. Well, my son and I already talked about it. We're going to go ahead and get them. And if they turn out to be bullshit, then we'll just sell them. But it's a done deal because if this headset does everything, if it does everything that it say it does, they're going to knock the HP reverb off the stool. They're going to be the headset. Like if you have a PC and you want to get a native PC headset, that's probably going to end up being the go-to headset. Especially with the add-ons that you can buy for full body tracking. And it already has eye tracking. And it's already been confirmed that Pavlov, you guys saw it when I read that article yesterday. Pavlov and VR Chat are two games already confirmed to support the eye tracking that the Deca Gear has. So, and I'm not going to go off and buy another, I'm not ready for this Quest Pro. To buy another headset that we're going to have to deal with the signal being compressed and then decompressed and then dealing with Oculus sending out, updates every 3 days, breaking the shit. That ain't to say the Deca Gear won't put out updates every 3 seconds, but I think I'm just ready for a change of pace. I'm ready to try something different. Tantrum, I'm not spoiled by wireless. Most of my 360 games are you simply standing in one spot and looking around. Very little to no room scale and movement. Yeah. So with the first person shooter games, I simply just throw the cord behind my shoulder and go. Because all you're really doing is just turning. It's games like Beat Saber where you're doing all this, where it helps to play the game wirelessly, or Thrill of the Fight. Thrill of the Fight and Beat Saber, the rhythm games, fighting games. Those are the two games, like the blade and sorcery type games. All the stuff that the fighting games, no cord helps. And for that, I'll still keep my Quest and use virtual desktop to play games like Blade and Sorcery and Thrill of the Fight. I'll still use my Quest and virtual desktop for that stuff. So everything else, I'll be using the Deca Gear. So I'm actually excited about the Deca Gear. I don't care if it is coming from China. Only if Facebook released a true native PC headset that can couple as a wireless standalone. I think that might be impossible, Great Tantrum, because of the mobile processor inside the Quest 2. You think they would have much less trouble getting Quest 2 to work on PC had it native cable. Actually, the fact of the matter is, in my opinion, the Quest 2 did work pretty good. I mean, in the beginning, the Quest 2 worked so good that I was this close to selling my Rift S. And something told me, don't sell it. Keep it for backup just in case something crazy happens. Just in case Oculus release an update that breaks the Quest 2 and you need to go back to the Rift S. That was my thinking, so I kept the Rift S. And not only that, this thing is so beat up, like the strap that's supposed to be here is broken. I find it a coincidence that all these incidences happened when my son was wearing them, because the strap is broken on his, the strap is broken on this one, and some of the cloth is kind of peeled back. So even if I wanted to sell this Rift S, I couldn't get anything for it. Performance wise, it still performs like brand new. Also got a piece of tape on this controller from when it dropped. It got a stress crack on it. So all this ended up being a blessing in disguise. So I kept the Rift S. But coming back to the Quest 2, it ran good in the beginning, but over time, as Oculus kept rolling out these updates, tinkering with it, and yes, it's good that they added a lot of these features, but it came at the expense of the functionality of the headset. Like my son, I never thought I would see the day that my son would go back to the Rift S, because the Rift S on his PC, he has problems with the mic, because sometimes he comes through with a robotic voice. But this past weekend, he absolutely got fed up with the Quest disconnecting like every 15 minutes, so he ended up coming back to the Rift S. And you want to know the truth? Call me crazy, but like the brighter colors, the reds, the blues, the greens, all that shit, I think the colors are more rich on the Rift S. It's just the screen door that I'm dealing with. So as far as I'm concerned, the Rift S, if they would have bumped the resolution and the pixels up to be the exact same as the Quest 2, but still make it a native PC headset, the deck of gear wouldn't even come into conversation, because I would be more than happy, because I think this is still a good headset. People were talking about the backward step that we had to take a little bit because of the refresh rate. The Rift CV1 had a refresh rate of 90 hertz, and we went backwards on this one with 80 hertz. But it ended up, to me, not being a big deal. But we got the resolution bumped from 1200p to 1440p. So I still think this is a good headset. And now, if someone came to me and said, what headset do you recommend, the Rift S or the Quest 2, I would have to ask them, what kind of PC do you have? What are your PC specs? And what do you plan to do with the headset? If you plan to play just PC games, I would probably tell them to go with the Rift S. But if they plan on, mixing it up and playing PC games and standalone games, then I'll tell them to go with the Quest 2. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna have to get ready to wrap it up here, because I gotta get lunch and all that good stuff ready for work tomorrow. So although I did not turn in any good times, what I really wanted to do, sure, I wanted to turn in better times on the track, but what I wanted to do was stay right behind the car so I could get ready to overtake him, outbrake him and overtake him that way and outbrake him, and take him at the corners and brake later than him. So I mean, that's the way when I face the fellas on Friday, that's basically the way I'm going to have to get past them because this Porsche isn't is it's a mediocre car as far as straight in speed. It's middle of the road. It's not the fastest. It's not the slowest. So I would have to try to overtake the guys on the curves. So that was part of the reason for this practice today. So we'll see what happens. But we don't race dirty. We don't. Although we did have one person that raced with us about a month ago that was squeezing everybody out and kind of pushing them to the outside of the track. I don't think he raced with us, but yeah, we did have that a couple of months ago. So Imola is one of my favorite tracks. Is one of the tracks that I do better at. So I should be able to. Let's have a look and see the server list and see what's what. Got Monza. Serial boxes at Monza, but the latency is 39 milliseconds. So if I went in there, he's at Zolder, but he only got 3 people there. Okay, Tantrum, thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. So I'm just gonna chill out and I guess just watch YouTube for the rest of the night because I'm not gonna try to say, well, maybe I'll stream something when I know good and well I'm not feeling it. I'm not streaming anything else tonight, so I'm just gonna sit back, stretch out, and watch some YouTube. Watch some of my YouTube friends do what they do. So thanks for tuning in, Christopher Hart, Great Tantrum. And any other viewers, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Wednesday, I think there's a game called SUV 13 or something. And I think that stands for Survival 13. This game to me is basically After the Fall. It's a co-op survival zombie shooter. It's got pretty good graphics. It's got the blood and gore. And it's $25. So Ham talked to me about that, and looks like we're going to stream that on Wednesday. And if this game ends up being pretty good, I might possibly skip out on After the Fall. So if you guys get a chance, check them out. Let me know what you think. Check out gameplay for After the Fall. And then check out Survival. It's SUV 13, I believe it's called. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm out of here. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. Thanks, everybody. Just looking at the YouTube titles.